Have you ever paused to ponder the wonder of perception? How do we make sense of the world that surrounds us and all it encompasses? Let's dive into this incredible and fascinating voyage visually. Picture a symphony of neurons, senses, and synaptic processing all working together to enable us to apprehend our environment. Come, let's embark on a captivating journey animated sequence to unravel this intricate lattice of perception. Perception is our key to the universe. It is the lens through which we decode and comprehend all of our experiences. We have prepared for you a series of brilliant video examples that illustrate this enlightening process, where two main heroes emerge, our senses and our brain. Visualize our senses as intrepid explorers, gathering impressions from our surroundings and delivering them to the brain. The brain, on the other hand, is like a mastermind, interpreting this data to paint a vivid picture of the world around us. Now, let's indulge in a video demonstration of our extraordinary five senses: vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, in action, each capturing unique aspects of our environment. Witness the sense of sight sees light and color, hearing capturing auditory waves, smell and taste registering chemical properties of our environment, and touch discerning physical pressure and temperature shifts. These sensory signals then journey to the brain via a network of nerves that constitute our spinal cord system. Envision it as a bustling information highway, perpetually active, brought to life in our video illustration. Once these signals arrive at the brain, they are processed and interpreted as demonstrated in the video sequence. Is here that raw sensory input is crafted into our rich, detailed perception. Our video narrative also showcases how our brain and spinal cord system orchestrate the functioning of all our body systems, ensuring seamless coordination. Beyond just decoding sensory information, our brain also processes our emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, adding depth to our sensory experiences. Thus, perception isn't just about what we see, hear, smell, taste, or touch. It's a symphony of all these senses harmonized with our emotions and thoughts that crafts our unique worldview. This lattice of perception brings awareness and consciousness to our existence, as illustrated in our video presentation. As we delve deeper into each facet of perception in the forthcoming scenes, you'll be astounded by the complexity and imagine a mesmerizing sunset. But what's the science behind our brain processing this visual delight? As we commence, an animation illustrates the process, beginning with our eyes, the astounding optical tools that seize light and transmute it into electrical signals. But let's pause the animation here and shift to a video example. We zoom into a close-up shot of the retina, a light-sensitive layer at the back of the eye underlining its pivotal role. This region is bustling with millions of photoreceptor cells, rods for dim light and peripheral vision, and cones for color and detail. In the next video, observe how light impacts these cells, initiating a cascade of chemical reactions and transforming the light into electrical signals. These signals then traverse along the optic nerve, a sort of biological freeway leading straight to the brain. Now, let's transition to a 3D animation to show the brain, where the real marvel occurs. In the visual cortex, these electrical signals morph into images, but it's more complex than it seems. With another video clip showing a realistic animation of the brain, we can see that our brain doesn't simply project these signals like a film onto a screen. It interprets and organizes them. It picks up clues from the signals to discern shapes, colors, distances, and movement. Think of our brain as a master artist, adeptly painting a scene from an abundance of raw data. It fills in voids, smooths jagged edges, and even anticipates what's next based on previous experiences. This procedure is so swift that it occurs almost instantly. Thus, we see a comprehensive, cohesive scene the instant we open our eyes, not a mishmash of unrelated blobs of color and light. This visual perception lets us navigate our environment, recognize faces, appreciate art, and indeed relish a stunning sunset. It's a miracle that often goes unnoticed. But it's not solely about vision. Our brain also blends visual data with information from our other senses, resulting in a multi-sensory perception of the world, a vibrant mosaic of experiences that mold our reality. Consequently, our brain artfully crafts the world as we perceive it, from the shades we observe to the depth we sense. Now, let's shift our focus to the sounds around us. Visualize, through a video clip, an animated bustling city scene. How does our brain make sense of these auditory signals? Now, imagine in a video format the strumming of a guitar, a baby's infectious laugh, or the rustling of leaves on a windy day. Each of these sounds is unique and generates different feelings and reactions within us. But how do our ears capture these sounds, and how does our brain interpret them? Now, envision a video of an animated ear on your screen. The process begins with our ears. The outer ear, or pinna, captures sound waves and funnels them into the ear canal. Through a detailed animation video, see how these waves hit the eardrum, causing it to vibrate. This vibration is picked up by the three smallest bones in our body, the malleus, incus, and stapes, collectively known as the ossicles. The ossicles amplify the vibrations and send them to the inner ear, specifically to the cochlea. The cochlea is a spiral-shaped structure filled with fluid and lined with tiny hair cells. Through an animated video on the screen, see how the vibrations enter the cochlea and cause the fluid to move, which in turn causes the hair cells to sway. This movement of the hair cells generates electrical signals, which are sent via the auditory nerve to the brain. Now imagine a video animation of the brain lighting up as it receives these electrical signals and decodes them into something we recognize as sound. Each sound has a specific pattern of electrical signals which the brain has learned to associate with a particular sound. So, when you hear a guitar, a video of your brain recognizes the pattern signals as that of a guitar. This process happens so rapidly that we perceive sound instantly. It's a remarkable feat of nature, and through a video demonstration, see how it allows us to interact with our environment in real time. But our brain does more than just hear. It listens, it identifies the source of the sound, assesses its significance, and decides on an appropriate response. It can distinguish a friend's voice in a crowded room, recognize the melody of a favorite song, or alert us to the sound of an approaching car. A video of an animated brain illustrates how our brain not only hears but listens, identifying and making sense of every. Next, let's delve into the fascinating processes of tasting our food and smelling the roses with the aid of some video demonstrations. How does our brain process these sensory experiences? Picture yourself biting into a succulent apple. What's happening in your mouth? Now watch a short video animation showing the taste buds on your tongue, detecting sweetness, sourness, bitterness, saltiness, and umami, a savory taste. Each of these taste sensations is picked up by different structures within the taste buds known as receptor cells. These cells send signals through specialized nerves to the gustatory cortex, the part of the brain that processes taste. You can see on the video how these signals get translated into the delicious taste of the apple you're enjoying. But what about the apple's crisp, sweet scent? Here, we present a detailed video illustration of our olfactory system in action. Watch as the odor molecules from the apple travel up your nostrils and land on a patch of tissue high up in your nose called the olfactory epithelium. In this video, you see them bind to receptors on olfactory neurons, sparking an electrical signal. This signal travels along the olfactory nerve to the olfactory bulb, a structure at the base of the brain, where it's processed and then dispersed to other areas of the brain related to memory and emotion. Through this video, you understand certain smells can trigger powerful memories or emotions. Interestingly, our sense of taste and smell are deeply interconnected, as shown by another video. You've likely observed how food tastes different when you have a cold. This is because the flavor of food is a blend of its taste and smell. When your nose is blocked, you can't smell so it doesn't taste the same. So the next time you're savoring a tantalizing meal or reveling in the aroma of a flower, take a moment to appreciate the intricate processes occurring behind the scenes as depicted in our videos. It's not just your tongue and nose at work, but an intricate network of neurons and brain regions, all working together to give you these sensory experiences. Our brain thus lets us relish our meals and enjoy the fragrance of. How does our brain help us feel the touch of a loved one or the pain of a burn? A fascinating question that leads us into the intriguing realm of tactile perception and the role of our organ systems. Using an animated visual, we're going to delve into this complex process. Picture tactile perception, or our sense of touch, as a complex process that begins with the skin, our body's largest organ. To give you a better idea, let's look at this clip of someone running their fingers over different surfaces. Now, imagine our skin is dotted with a diverse array of sensory receptors as shown in this animation. Take a look at this video of a close-up of the skin, where you can see some of these receptors. Some receptors are like tiny buttons sensitive to pressure, others are like thermometers responding to temperature changes, and still, others are like alarms that trigger at signs of pain. As we touch something, like the objects in this video clip, a soft toy, a hot cup, a sharp pin, these receptors spring into action, converting the physical stimulus into electrical signals. These signals then embark on a remarkable journey, traveling along nerve fibers to our spinal cord, shown here as a bustling highway for neural communication. From there, they ascend to the brain, the command center of our body, where they are meticulously analyzed and interpreted. As we witness in this video, it enables us to perceive the delicate softness of a kitten's fur, the smoothness of a pebble, or the sharp sting of a prick. But our brain doesn't just stop there. Picture it as the mastermind behind the functioning of our other organ systems. Let's consider the heart, for instance. In this animation, see how our brain continuously monitors our heart rate and adjusts it according to our needs. Whether we're relaxed, as the person in this video, or exercising and stressed, as seen in this clip, our brain adjusts our heart rate accordingly. Moving on to the digestive system, our brain directs the complex process of breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, and eliminating waste. It even controls the muscles involved in swallowing and the release of digestive enzymes. And then there's the respiratory system. Just as the person in this animation is experiencing, our brain sets the rhythm of our breathing, adjusting it based on factors like activity level and oxygen levels in our blood. In summary, our brain, as demonstrated through these visuals and video examples, is a marvel of complexity and efficiency. It not only enables us to perceive the world through our sense of touch, but also coordinates the functioning of our other organ systems, our survival and well-being. Our brain enables us to experience the world through touch, and it controls every other organ system in our body. Finally, let's delve into how our brain processes thoughts, feelings, and objects. Imagine, through an animation, our brain as a vast universe onto which these abstract concepts float. How does it analyze them? The cognitive perception, as intriguing as it sounds, is the brain's capacity to interpret and make sense of the world around us. This perception doesn't lean merely on our physical senses, but expands to our thoughts, feelings, and understanding of objects in our environment. Now let's visualize this through some video examples. Picture a brain in the middle of the screen and incoming thoughts as floating orbs. As an orb representing a thought, say an idea for a new song, approaches the brain, watch it seize, analyze, interpret, and tuck away the idea for future use. This complex process is so seamless that we often take it for granted. Feelings, on the other hand, are a different kettle of fish. They are our emotional responses to the world around us, and they play a pivotal role in our interactions and experiences. Visualize these emotions as waves of colors that the brain captures, from the bright yellow of joy to the deep blue of sadness, and interprets them, allowing us to understand and express how we feel. Now, let's talk about objects. When we refer to objects in terms of cognitive perception, we're not just talking about physical items. In the video example, watch how the brain captures a tangible object like a coffee cup, represented as a solid 3D model, or an intangible concept like time, represented as a ticking clock. The brain dissects and categorizes these objects. This enables us to understand the world around us, to distinguish between a bird and a plane, or to comprehend abstract concepts like love or democracy. The video examples beautifully illustrate how our brain processes not only the tangible but also the intangible, shaping our very thoughts and emotions. So, let's embark on a journey through the complex process of how our brain and spinal cord system works. Visualize the moment we open our eyes each morning to the moment we close them at night. Now, Picture an animation combined with video examples illustrating how our perception is incessantly at work. This intricate symphony, a marvel of nature, enables us to interact with the world around us. Now, let's recap. Imagine an animation mixed with video examples showing how we started with visual perception. Here we delve into how our eyes capture images, akin to a camera, and our brain interprets them. This process allows us to see the brilliant hues of a sunrise or the subtle expressions on a loved one's face. We then dived into an animated and video explanation of auditory perception. Here we learned how our ears, functioning like microphones, capture sounds and our brain deciphers them. It's this intricate process that enables us to appreciate the gentle strumming of a guitar or the soothing rhythm of the window. We treaded through the realms of olfactory and gustatory perception, where we discovered how our nose and tongue capture smells and tastes, with an animation combined with video examples illustrating this. Our brain then analyzes this information, allowing us to relish the sweet aroma of fresh-baked bread, tangy taste of an orange. We then ventured into tactile perception and the role of other organ systems. A visual depiction combined with video examples showed us how our brain and spinal cord system work in harmony to allow us to feel the warmth of a cup of coffee or the cool breeze a summer day. Finally, a guide led us through cognitive perception, where we understood how our brain captures feelings, thoughts, and objects and then analyzes them. This is what allows us to experience emotions, to think, to dream, and to understand the world around us. Each of these processes in isolation, a marvel in itself. But the real magic happens when they all come together. As you'll see in the upcoming animation and video examples, our brain and spinal cord system orchestrate these processes in a seamless integration, enabling us to perceive our world in its full, rich sensory glory. Picture this. When you bite into a juicy apple, you're not just tasting its sweetness with an animation showing taste buds on the tongue lighting up. You're also feeling its crunch, hearing the sound it makes, seeing its vibrant color, and smelling its fresh aroma, all of which will be showcased through video examples. This multisensory experience is made possible by the marvel of our perception. Moreover, our perception doesn't stop at engaging our senses. It goes a step further, interpreting the sensory information, giving it meaning, and storing it in our memory, all of which can be summed up by a visual and video representation of the brain at work. This facet of perception shapes our experiences, our understanding, and ultimately, our reality. So, the next time you watch a sunset, listen to your favorite song, or enjoy a meal, take a moment to appreciate the intricate machinery at work behind the scenes. A visual and video representation of our brain and spinal cord system, indeed, is the marvel behind our perception, shaping our experiences and our understanding of the world. Will cap off this exploration. If you found this journey through our sensory system intriguing and wish to dive deeper into the wonders of the human brain, then step into the visual world of the Mind Art 100 YouTube channel. Mind Art 100 is more than just a dedicated platform where we unravel the brain's complexities. It's a visual odyssey. We transcend beyond mere words and take you into the realm of compelling visuals. Take, for example, our Decoding the Brain series that visually dissects brain functions, or the cognitive carousel videos that take you through the mesmerizing mind maps. As you watch animations like the perception puzzle revealing the mysteries of how we perceive, you'll find yourself embarking on an awe-inspiring journey through the human neural network. We passionately believe that understanding the intricacies of the mind can enrich our lives in unimaginable ways. Each week, we debut new videos that visually break down these topics, like our Neural Narratives series, offering you a more comprehensive understanding of who we are and how we interpret the world. So, if our exploration of perception intrigued you, there's treasure trove of discoveries awaiting you on Mind Art 100. From sensory symphony to cognitive constellations, every video invites you to a new realm of understanding. We welcome you to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to stay abreast of our latest videos and continue this enlightening journey with us. The more we unravel our minds, the better we can navigate our world. So join us on Mind Art 100 and continue this visually captivating exploration, the human brain. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us to craft more of these enlightening and visually stimulating videos for you.